Good evening. This meeting held in Roselle Park High School Auditorium is an open session of the Roselle Park Board of Education held under the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Star Ledger, Local Source, the Home News Tribune, the Borough Clerk, school offices, and the district website. Roll call, please.
President Carlstrom,
Here.
Vice President Harms,
Here.
Mr. Biamonte, Ms. Cunha, absent, Mr. Fernandez,
Here.
Mr. Hemingway,
Here.
Ms. Infante,
Here.
Dr. Kirkland,
Here.
and Ms. Quintella.
Here.
We have quorum.
Thank you. Please stand for the flag salute. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Resolved that the Roselle Park Board of Education meeting hereby convenes to executive session for discussion of the following subjects: personnel matters. It is anticipated that the executive session will take approximately 30 minutes. The board may take action during public session. The board shall return to the public session following executive session at approximately 7 p.m. The minutes of the executive session shall be released to the public when the reason for the executive session no longer exists. May I have a
So
motion
moved.
to go into executive session? And then we have a moved and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Sorry, Sue. Hey. Move them.
May I have a motion to return to the public session?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Good evening and welcome to the Roselle Park High School Auditorium. Today is December 7th. Right now it's time for the public participation on agenda items only. Each member of the public may approach the podium and you may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. When you do approach the podium, please state your name and address for the record. Seeing no member of the public wishes to participate this evening, we're going to move on to our principal's report. And I will welcome Mrs. Costa to the podium or the chair where she's sitting.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am the principal of the high school, Sarah Costa, and I'm so proud to be here to celebrate the students and the families seated behind me. So we were just talking as we were waiting. Thank you for coming out right at 7. That excited us as well. How many years I've been here? This is my 15th year. We've come to the conclusion as principal here at the high school. And today I want to celebrate 15 students. The majority were able to make it tonight with their family. These students are special in many ways, but they are all new to Roselle Park School District and to our high school this year. And all of them seated here this evening came in new, which is very hard to do in any age, at any grade. But coming into a new high school in the middle at the tail end, we hope, of COVID, it's difficult. And not only did they do extremely well, they earned all A's and B's, or 2 of them earned straight A's. So academic excellence and academic honors. So I want to acknowledge them this evening. But before I list their names and call them up, I want to give you a little bit more information about the high school. We currently have 636 students enrolled in the high school. Since the start of the summer, 59 of those students are new registrations that are new to district. We have 25 new ninth grade students this year, 15 new 10th graders, 9 new juniors, and 10 new seniors. In total, that's 9% of the high school population is new to district this year. Where did those students arrive to Roselle Park from? we were having this conversation a little bit before they came in, but I did a little research this afternoon. They came from everywhere. Some examples: Westfield High School, right around the corner, Union Township, Union High School, UCVTS and Allied Health are the closest. They also came from every borough of New York City: Roselle, Linden, Plainfield, David Brearley, Maplewood, Union City, and Bayonne. The list goes on. But they came from countries as well. They came from Peru, the Philippines, Honduras, Portugal, Haiti, and Brazil, to name a few. And we are so happy to have each and every student here from our honorees tonight, and all 59 new students and families here at the high school. If you look outside in the Springer wing as you exit today, you'll see our community tree. I have to thank Miss Backert for all the hard work that she does every year to make a leaf for each student and teacher in the building. Every student has written their name and staff member on one of our leaves, and it is on that tree. Then when our seniors leave at the end of their senior year after banquet, they take their leaf off the tree as they're leaving our community, for new students to come in the following year, and our ninth graders put on their leaf. This is a special tradition that we have started at the high school, and we are thrilled to have these new 59 names on the tree this year. Just a little bit about our academic excellence at the high school. This year, last marking period, the student body, we had 189 students earn all A's and B's first marking period. And we had 107 students earn straight A's. So in total, 296 students from first marking period made the honor roll or a high excellence. So now at this time, I would like to honor these 15 special students coming to us new from out of district, coming to high school here in Roselle Park for the first time. And we are so proud of you. It is difficult to make that transition, and you did so with honors and academic excellence. So for each of our students, I would like to call you up. We have a certificate for you. And I hope I got where you're coming from right. I am going to also say where you came from, because I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Yes. Yes, okay, so so I'm going to start right here with Santiago Cardona. He's coming to us from Elizabeth John Dreyer Tech. 10th grade, all A's and B's. Congratulations, Santiago. Not everyone's here. I'm just going to call because I think most everybody is here. So Heaven Castillo, 9th grade, coming from Queens. Go all the way up there. They're going to give you the... Are you trying to get me on camera? Okay, good. Jubilee J. Cruz, coming from Mother Seton. Welcome, Jubilee. Coming from Brazil, he also made the soccer team. It was a great transition for him. He's doing very, very well. Kyle Divas. Coming from Hillside Arts, Dylan Duque. She did tell me she wasn't able to be here tonight, but coming from the Philippines, Christiane Garcia. 9th grade, coming from New York, Shaylee Guerrero. He might still be at basketball practice, but a junior new to us this year, Jermaine Hart. Let's see him. Adriana Higginson Toombs, 12th grade, coming to us all the way from Peru. Adriana, I looked up your school today from Peru. It looks amazing. What a transition you've made coming from there to here. Coming from Winfield, Mia Luna. And I just found out her mom is a graduate from Roselle Park as well. She came here knowing no English. Credits Mrs. Mooney to so much of her English knowledge, and we're so happy to have Mia here with us now. Coming from Portugal and Brazil, Flora Malachi. Her brother is also here tonight. He's also doing extremely well. So I'd like to honor both of them, but Flora was our A and B student this marking period. unable to make it tonight. I'm pretty sure she told me that at lunch today. Coming from Linden as a senior, she's taking some AP classes, Janice Rankins. And coming all the way from Haiti, our last member for academic honors this marking period, Itchel Thoney. So these are our 2 academic honors students, or 13, I mean. Good job smiling under those masks. Well done. So just sit tight for one more minute. I have 2 more students to honor. These students came in as new students, both in 9th grade, new to district, new to high school, new to Roselle Park. Valeria Boniface, 9th grade, coming from Ridgefield. And Adaya Harry coming from New York. So congratulations to both of you. Straight A's this last marking period, both transitioning beautifully into the high school like everyone here. So we want to congratulate the both of you as well. Parents and family members, thank you so much for coming tonight to the high school. We hope to see you at many more events. We hope to open up many more activities. If you have a middle school student, the next activity that we are hosting here at the high school will be on January 13th. We're excited to have an open house for our middle school students, focusing on all of the extracurriculars, the sports, the clubs, and the curriculum here at the high school. So that'll be taking place on the 13th for any of our middle school families that are interested in learning more about us. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Costa. And we're amazed and so happy that you're able to move to a new town, a new school, and do as well as you have done. Congratulations. Usually at this time, when we're at the elementary school, we say it's time to go home and do homework. So I know you're the older students, but we'll say the same message. It is late, so go home, enjoy, relax, or do some homework. And have a great December. We'll see you soon.
Congratulations, everyone.
At this time, I will look to my fellow board members and see if we have any committee reports to mention at this time.
Yes, Madam Chair, I have one on facilities. Since it's the end of the year and we've been very busy in the district. So these are some of the things that we've taken on and completed in the district. Some of them you might not understand what they are, but I'm going to read them anyhow. We did the high school server room. We did the waterproofing and trench irrigation and landscaping at the Sherman School. We did the bathroom in the addition in Sherman School. Middle school auditorium, we painted it. All the walls were repaired. We had a lot of water damage in there. We also did the middle school gym floor. So everything really looks good. So very proud of what we've done in there. We also did the Robert Gordon server relocation. We also redid the track If anybody can see what's out there, we did everything, put drainage in and put a whole new track down for our students to use. We resurfaced the tennis courts. I won't mention the Board of Ed office floors. Aldine School, we did landscaping and irrigation. Again, middle school, we did the floor. Sherman and Aldine, we replaced doors. Aldine server room relocation, Aldine room 8 floor replacement. Sherman School, we had a couple of leaks in there. This was not planned, but we ended up having to do it and we finished it. We had some roof repair at Sherman School. If everybody knows, since we had our last storm, we had to do our high school gym over again. Right now, the small auxiliary gym is done. We purchased new mats and the flooring in there. As we speak, the floor in the gym is being put down. We are told that by January 1st, we should be able to use it after that. So when we come back from after the holidays, we should be able to use the gym floor. And that's it. So, and there's other things coming in the spring that are going to be planned. And hopefully I can report finished after the spring of 2022. So I think the district has done a lot to give our students and our community what they need, especially with the track and the tennis courts. So enjoy it. Thank you.
Madam President, I have a quick report. I'm happy to be back. And I was able to go to the student council meeting today as the board liaison. And I walked in and the minute I stepped into the room, they were shouting out ideas at each other about things they want to do for their 12 days of Christmas or 12 days of school is what they're calling it, to celebrate the holidays. And they were also discussing one of their recent events where they had a costume contest for Halloween that was voted for virtually. And I just want to give a huge shout out to their advisor, Mr. Serbalite, who is giving so much time and so much respect and love to those students. So again, they're looking to us for our support and our encouragement. Yeah, that's my report for the student council.
Thank you. Thank you to both of you for those reports. Now I'll turn the microphone over to Mr. Garrido with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mrs. Carlstrom. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, audience and board members. Typically, and as it always is, December is a very festive month for the Roselle Park School District, but we are still very mindful of our academics. Just as a reminder, our mid-marking period ends on December 10th for grades 6 through 12. Also, the Start Strong assessments, the results should be in district very shortly. I believe they moved the date back to next week. As soon as we receive them, we will analyze the scores and we'll report to the public and the board probably at the last January meeting or early February meeting, but we will report to the public and then we'll send the results, the information individually to the parents as well. As you can see from the agenda, we continue to approve, the board will continue to approve support programs for our students, whether academically or social emotionally. We have them on the agenda. We will continue to provide our students with as much support as we can provide for them. Just a couple of reminders, the holiday concerts are coming up. On December 9th, we have the Aldine Holiday Concert. If anybody wants to really see a great show, please go over to Aldine School. On the 8th, actually the day before, the Sherman Holiday Concert is at Roselle Park Middle School. Please attend if you do have the time. The high school is on the 16th and the middle school winter holiday concert is on the 22nd. And of course, December 22nd, we have our elementary school holiday parties and sing-alongs, and that will be a shortened session for the district before we're on vacation on holidays. Just a reminder to the parents who are on tonight or here, as you can see from the letters that have been going home, Lately, there's been an uptick in positive COVID cases, not only in the district, but throughout the state of New Jersey. So we want to please remind you that if your child is experiencing any symptoms related to COVID, to please report it to our school nurses. It's very important so we can contain any spread throughout the district. We've been very fortunate since September. At this point, we've had 32 positive cases. Some of them isolated, some of them had to quarantine students or classrooms. But we've been very fortunate, and that is no coincidence. It's due to the hard work of our staff here, our nurses, our administrators, our teaching staff, and the parents who have supported our district as much as they have. So please, again, report. If you are planning to travel during the holidays, please, and I ask you to please report it to the administration at the individual school or the school nurse, so we can plan for your child when they return. They have to quarantine if they haven't been vaccinated, of course. With the CDC guidelines, anyone vaccinated can return. Anyone who has not, they have to take the quarantine days, whether it's 7 days if vaccinated with a negative, or 14 days if not. So please make sure that you inform the school district. And at this time, as I always do twice a year, it is always my pleasure to introduce our anti-bullying coordinator, Ms. Ellen Backer, who does the presentation for the 2020-2021 school self-assessment grade as determined by the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act. Mrs. Backer?
Thank you, Mr. Garrido. Good evening, everybody. One of my responsibilities as the anti-bullying coordinator for the district is to present the school self-assessment for determining grades under the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights as required by the New Jersey Department of Education. This information is for the 2020-21 school year, last school year. This very comprehensive rubric is completed by the anti-bullying specialist in each building in coordination with their school safety team and their school principal. I am required to review the scores with the board members, and then I officially submit them to the state. Once the state reviews those scores, then they will re-release them, but that probably won't be until spring. It takes them a while to review the scores. And at that time, the scores become official, and we're required to post them on our district website within 10 days. But first, I'm going to review them for your approval and to answer any questions. So you should all have in your packet a chart with all the scores from each school. And there are 8 core elements, and each of those core elements has multiple indicators underneath with a very comprehensive list of criteria that has to be met. So, and each criteria is based on a score of 0 to 3, 0 being it does not meet the criteria at all, up to 3, which exceeds the criteria. Each anti-bullying specialist rates their school, and the state does not determine a passing score. This is not a pass-fail rubric. It is strictly a tool for each school to use to assess how well they are meeting the requirements of the Bill of Rights. And then they use that information to help them plan for next year, the resources and the time and the energy and the programming that we'll use in that particular building for the following year. So all of our schools do an excellent job. Last year was particularly challenging because a lot of the resources had to be presented virtually. So that presented a challenge that all our anti-bullying specialists met wonderfully. Most of them are also the school guidance counselors, so they wear many hats. And so they worked really hard to find ways to meet the needs of the students and the staff and the community in terms of educating them on anti-bullying procedures, anti-bullying policy, how to recognize it, how to acknowledge it, how to address it. So they do a terrific job with that. And so I am proud of each and every one of them. And I think the scores are great. And again, we never can expect perfection. We always want to just strive to do our best. And we use these scores to help us do that. So if anybody has any questions, be happy to answer at this time.
Thank you, Mrs. Backer, and congratulations to you and all the anti-bullying specialists throughout the district in each building for the great job that you guys do every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Guido.
Thank you, Mrs. Backer. So we'll continue now with the agenda, and we're going to move on to personnel, agenda items 1 through 19, and addenda items 1 through 8. Number 1, professional development. 2, high school extracurricular advisors for 2021-2022. Number 3, fall 2021-2022 videographer. 4, COVID liaison stipends. 5, staff resignation. 6, staff appointments. 7, maternity leave of absence extension revision. 8, federal program salary allocations for 2001-2022. Number 9, change of assignment transfer. 10, staff retirement revision. 11, additional middle school extracurricular advisors 2021-2022. 12, home instruction instructors. Number 13, curriculum writing. 14, district substitutes. 15, Title III ESL support program. 16, supplemental project-based learning. 17, group counseling program. 18, elementary proctors 2021-2022. 19, medical leave of absence. The addenda items: 1, rescinding change of assignments. 2, staff resignation. 3, additional athletic coaches 2021-2022. 4, district substitutes. 5, staff appointments. 6, rescinding of staff appointment. 7, a change of assignment transfer. 8, revision of appointment. May I have a motion to approve the personnel section?
Make a motion.
May I have a second? Roll call, please.
Vice President Harms. Mr. Biomonte,
Yes.
Ms. Cunha,
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez,
Yes.
Mr. Hemingway,
Yes.
Mix Infante,
Yes.
Dr. Kirkland,
Yes.
Ms. Quintella,
Yes.
and President Crossroom.
Yes. Moving on to education, addenda items 20 through 23. 20, harassment, intimidation, bullying incidents. 21, educational trip request. 22, educational programs. 23, conference attendance request. May I have a motion to approve this education section? May I have a second? Roll call, please.
Vice President Harms,
Yes.
Mr. Biomonte,
Yes.
Ms. Cunha,
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez,
Yes.
Mr. Hemingway,
Yes.
Mix Infante,
Yes.
Dr. Kirkland,
Yes.
Ms. Quintella, and President Crossroom.
Yes. Moving on to the business agenda items 24 through 37. 24, monthly certification. 25, approval of bills. 26, approval of minutes. 27, bus evacuation drills. 28, educational services contract. 29, secretary treasury report. 30, use of building and grounds. 31, stale check cancellation. 32, student transportation contracts. 33, professional services contract. 34, federal grants amendment. 35, budget transfers. 36, transfer funds between capital projects. 37, capital reserve withdrawal. May I have a motion to approve the business section? May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Harms,
Yes.
Mr. Biomonte,
Yes.
Ms. Cunha,
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez,
Yes.
Mr. Hemingway. Mix Infante,
Yes.
Dr. Kirkland,
Yes.
Ms. Quintella,
Yes, with abstention from 30D and 30E.
and President Crossrum.
Yes. At this time, we'd like to investigate any continuing business or any new business. In case I forget at the end, I guess this will fit in here. I'd like to say goodbye to Chad Hemingway, who this will be his last meeting. It was very interesting the last few years. He's a former student of mine, and then to work with him as a Board of Ed member. And I looked to him for information because he was very savvy, and the teacher became the student and the student became the teacher. So I wish him well in the days ahead. And also Maria Cunha, who we only got to meet for a few weeks. I liked working with her and I wish her well too. And our business administrator will be leaving us soon, and we wish her well in her endeavors. Now we'll turn to the public participation. Here, each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your name and address for the record.
Hi, Katie McDermott, 730 Galloping Hill Road. As some of you may know, this week is Inclusive Schools Week, which celebrates and brings awareness to schools providing supportive and quality education to an increasingly diverse student population, including students who are marginalized due to disability, gender, socioeconomic status, cultural heritage, language preference, or other factors. This week also provides an important opportunity for educators, students, and parents to discuss what else needs to be done in order to ensure that schools continue to improve their ability to successfully educate all children. As one of the leaders of our district's CPAG, Special Education Parent Advisory Group, increasing inclusion for all, but especially for those students receiving services in the district, is one of our top priorities. Just before Thanksgiving, we brought up Inclusive Schools Week to Mrs. Cleffy, knowing we were very late in asking that something be planned. I wanted to take this time to give our sincere thanks to Mrs. Cleffy, district administration, school principals, and the PTA, PTO organizations for the last minute planning done in order to recognize Inclusive Schools Week. Please know that it means a great deal to the students with disabilities in this district, as well as their families. So thank you very much. In addition, the next meeting of the Roselle Park Special Education Parents Advisory Group will be Monday, December 13th at 6:30 p.m. It is a presentation from a law firm on basic rights in special education. Information regarding the meeting can be found in our Facebook group, also posted to the different PTA, PTO organization Facebook pages, which I will do tomorrow, or you can email Mrs. Cleffy to get additional information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Seeing no member of the public wishes to speak at this time, we'll close this public, or may I have a motion to close? or to
I'll
go?
make that motion.
Thank you. And may I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor? The motion carries. The next scheduled reorganization regular school board meeting will be an open session held on Tuesday, January 4th, 2022 at 7 p.m. The meeting will be held right here at the Roselle Park High School Auditorium. I wish all of you a happy holiday season and see you next year. Thank you.